Chelsea forward Mykhailo Mudryk has been banned provisionally for testing positive for a performance-enhancing drug. This has been confirmed by the FA. The player has now released a statement. We're going to delve into this massive story that has broke very late last night, actually, on the 16th of December, and carried through until the morning. Chelsea fans, listen, I know a lot of you are not going to be happy with this, but we want to get as many opinions, views on this as we can. So make sure the like button has been hit. Make sure you are subscribing. Rivals, please do the same thing as well. But also leave your comments below. Also, some rival accusation about other players in the Chelsea squad that we will touch on. I'll give my opinions on it, and I want to get yours as well. But I want to start with where the story broke from last night. It didn't come from the English media. Chelsea weren't ahead of this. The FA weren't ahead of it. It broke through a number of outlets based in the Ukraine. And the first stated that Mudryk had tested positive in a doping test in a sample. A banned substance was found at the end of October. The B sample is expected to be opened in the next few days. This is the kind of secondary test to make sure there have not been any contaminations, to make sure there is accuracy surrounding this report. Another Ukrainian sports outlet also stated that following the failed first test, a request was made for a second sample, which is now currently being analysed. And it states that Mykhailo Mudryk faces up to a 4-year suspension should he be proven guilty in this situation and scenario. A statement was released today, published here by the Daily Mail, that Mykhailo Mudryk has been provisionally suspended from football after a positive drugs test by the FA. Now, we have to be very mindful here. This doesn't necessarily mean steroids, anabolic steroids. There are so many banned substances out there. Sometimes it could be certain types of sleeping pills, recovery drugs. Some people have had bans for taking fat burners because they're perceived to be a performance enhancer. Some people take drugs that help your muscles recover quicker. So it may not necessarily be growing the muscle and making you faster, but of course it enables you to recover quicker between games, as an example. So nobody at this particular point knows the type of banned substance found in the sample from Mykhailo Mudryk, but it's been, the levels that have been found are enough for him to be provisionally banned and for further investigations to be going on. Mudryk himself has released a statement today where he says, "I can confirm that I have been notified that a sample I provided to the FA contained a banned substance. This has come as a complete shock, as I have never knowingly used any banned substance or broken any rules." What's intriguing around this is I've never knowingly. Very well put together statement here. Stating that I've never done anything, yet there's something in your bloodstream, something in your urine. That's not true. Even if you haven't meant to, it's still there, right? For one reason or another. So the statement saying not knowingly done anything, very intriguing indeed. I'm working closely with my team to investigate how this could happen. But you'd also think he's working closely with Chelsea as well. I mean, this is one of the things I know a lot of head coaches, a lot of managers, a lot of club owners have had a problem with in years gone by. Players doing their own rehabilitation, players doing a lot of their own training, players seeing their own doctors and physicians when they've got injuries. And sometimes it's just a clashing of egos. But in this scenario, this is something Chelsea have to be all over. They simply have to be, especially with so much praise recently. We've had Don on the Football Terrace and others praising the improvements in Mudryk, how he's impacting the team, how he's improving the team. And we'll get onto that in a few moments' time. Because I know that I have done nothing wrong, and I remain hopeful that I will be back on the pitch soon. I cannot say any more due to the confidentiality of the process, but I will as soon as I can. And look, I'm not going to read too much into the statement. It's very similar to what multiple other players and athletes state when they have been caught doping. Paul Pogba's statement read very much the same. He got a 4-year ban. That, of course, was reduced. This doesn't look good for Mudryk, and it is a terrible look for Chelsea, a team that are on the up and up, that are in this title race, that are playing so well, that are performing to such a high level. This type of negative media and attention is not what's needed, because you know what is going to happen now, and it has already begun. There's been praise for Mudryk recently by a lot of Chelsea fans. His improvements, how he's helping the team, how he's growing into a player that's starting to influence the team and the squad. Now that he has fouled a doping test, that is going to throw into question, from a media perspective, from a rival perspective, what the validity of those performances. How much has he helped them? How much is he improving the team in training? How much is he improving the team on match days? How much has he helped them? Are those results legitimate? Now, I'm just throwing out what is going to be said. I'm not making those statements myself. Be mindful of that. There's also a post going around that's been shared. It was shared by Felix, who is a big Chelsea fan, of Enzo working out with Mudryk's trainer. Now, this was shared on the 9th of December, before any of this information was known about Mudryk failing a drugs test. And this is pure speculation. This is pure rival speculation. But already the sort of under-the-breath comments are being made by rivals of, well, you know, Enzo Fernandez has improved recently. Enzo Fernandez has gone to another level. He's running harder. He's got better fitness. His output is there. He started training with Mudryk's trainer. Mudryk and his team, which I assume includes his PTs and his dietitians and nutritionists. Enzo's been working with them. Could there be a crossover? Now, this for me is a ridiculous speculation at this point. In my humble opinion, this is something that even rival fans, I get you want to banter, I don't think we should be putting out there. There is absolutely zero evidence, nothing to suggest that Enzo Fernandez at this point has participated in any illegal drug taking, any performance-enhancing drugs. In fact, Mykhailo Mudryk, yes, he's been provisionally banned, but it hasn't been proven against him yet. So, look, I can't control what anybody does, and I would never try to. But I don't think it's the right way to go. I don't necessarily think it's the right way to behave to suggest that the improvements in Enzo Fernandez, have anything to do with performance-enhancing drugs. But Chelsea will be hoping, and I'm sure they're working alongside the player to be able to prove the innocence of the man, because if he isn't, you've got all the current investigations going on into potential financial rule breaking, financial crimes as in against the FA and the Premier League's rules, which Chelsea, of course, have reported themselves for. That is still going on. Now having this case added on top, it isn't the type of attention, it isn't the type of additional pressure that Chelsea want at this time, as they are growing as a team. They've looked amazing of late. Enzo Mudryk and so many of the team deserve so much credit for what they have become so far this year. This is going to be a horrible little moment for Chelsea fans in that regard. But what I will say, until proven guilty, there is still that element of innocence surrounding him. I think it's ridiculous to start accusing other players or putting Chelsea's surge of performances this season down to anything other than the plan of action, the structure at the club taking its form, the new head coach, Enzo Mudryk, performing wonders in training and on match days, and of course, players taking to that. So I do think that's a ridiculous suggestion at this time. But as ever, this is no echo chambers. I'm saying what I would and wouldn't do and say. Doesn't mean you've got to follow suit. Give me your thoughts, feelings, opinions, comments below regarding this situation. Remember that every time you leave a comment, we'll do our best to reply as best we can. I know a lot of you subscribe, but get those bell notifications turned on as well. A lot of you, I don't actually know how many of you do it now. I'm going to go and check. While we're live, I'm going to go and check how many, not live, but recording. How many of you have got the bell notifications on now? It's amazing. Amazing. 122,000 of you have those bell notifications on. So get that done for us. Get those numbers up a little bit higher. Until next time, everyone, look after yourselves, okay? Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you soon. Peace.